Welcome to Meth Simulator. Ultrakill is a game with two purposes, one being providing the player with a good narrative and good gameplay, and the other is to min-max your dopamine receptors so that their output go into overdrive. Here you play as John Ultrakill, fighting your way through hell for the noble goal of sustenance, which is acquired via blood. The very first level you will experience involves you bringing gun-shaped liberty to the local inhabitants via the route of dismemberment. This very first layer in the Hell Safari is the mouth of Hell, where you will cross the gates into the underworld. The very first enemies you encounter are these poor guys tied to the roof. What did Hakita mean by this? You will then massacre a mighty multitude of men with the addition of your first gun. This you will find is quite amusing. And that's when he appears. Well, that was fun. I sure do hope the bosses don't get any more difficult. After some monetary manslaughter, normal manslaughter, and whatever you call this, it is time to kill the man with the sword. Yes, that means this guy. This is where the difficulty bell curve becomes the difficulty ultraviolet catastrophe. And so, the torture commences. Man. And now, after all that, we can finally enter through the gates of hell. But first, we must get squished. Defeat two large stone men. And their natural residence is just outside that gate. So you know what we must do. Yeah, these guys are quite troublesome. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I wonder where we're off to next. Also, ass rank. I wonder how much worse this next level is going to be. Oh, this is nice. It is suspiciously normal. And my microphone magically sounds different as well. The wonders of the limbo level. The purple drones have arrived. Anyways, we acquire the blue cranium. We then commit whatever atrocity this is. A bounty of nails is bestowed on this unwilling participant. We must transport ourselves to the altar of the cranium. Then we kill these guys, open the doors, and leave. On the way out, I bumped into a beautiful mass. What an interesting guy. On the end of his tail he has a blobular glob, which if you touch enough times, he dies. He in fact does not like it when he touched the blobular glob. You know, that actually wasn't that bad. I actually enjoy it, it's quite easy. Now let me explain to you a little bit of Ultrakill. In Ultrakill, you go through the 7 levels of hell, or also known as the 7 tenets of the American dream. These are known as pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth, with each one of them having its own corresponding level. Anyways, we're in the lust level now. It's pretty cool, I suppose. That's alright. You will be fighting the usual enemies, and this is the point where I realize, why am I even doing this? Like, Ultrakill has been done 1,000 times. I'm not even adding anything original. Like, there's no value to what I create, you know? Like, there's no point to watching this video. It's completely pointless, you're wasting your time. Why am I even doing that? I should be studying, like, improving my life. Because, like, this is just editing for nobody, so like... Anyways. Here is where we spot our first sighting of the man of large proportions. He will come up later. The lore of this level is that there's a king called Minos, and that is his corpse. He's become a husk, and he has created a kingdom that has fallen to ruin from the angel Gabriel, who didn't like that they were happy because they're in hell. King Minos encouraged the people of hell to love each other, but of course this angered heaven, and so they destroyed the city and killed, kinda, Minos, and turned him into a large husk. Long story short, kinda boring. I'm losing the will to live. Next level please. Anyways, that guy from earlier? Yeah, he's angry now, and he wants you dead. But unfortunately for him, you can parry his punches. After you get him past half health, he'll open his eyes to show you his worm collection. How very nice of him. This is only for true friends like you. But if he takes a liking to you, he'll be extra nice, and he'll actually come down to your level and open his mouth so that you can go inside of his body. Observe now as he opens his mouth and you can go directly into his bowels. How delightful. The next level takes place almost entirely within the man's stomach cavity. If you find it to your liking, you can play with the local fauna, the stomach parasites. Yay! And if that's not good enough, you have a beautiful hot spring full of acidic water. Then you'll be onto the 3 big man room as they become alive and spread their men on you. Ooh. You know, as we delve further into the 21st century, the very meaning of what it is to be human is being blurred. And I think a new dichotomy has arisen between the conviction that life is shaped to fit a new meaning, created from the base of science and devoid of theistic themes, or if we're still revering our values from ancient times and carry on our legacies of our ancestors. It seems as we merge with technology, there's less and less soul to be seen. Before the advent of modern entertainment and the Industrial Revolution is very clear as to what life meant. Struggle for survival in a theatric storm of love, death, religion, and the gods, spirituality and meaningful futility. But once the veil of our nature has been lifted, that very theatric chaos that gave so many their conviction is almost seemed to fizzle out into nothingness. Is there a reason to continue with the 21st century? Yes, you can carve out your own life for yourself, but is it really worth it? Why go through so much just so it can cease your existence at the end of it and never reap the rewards of your life's work? Why do so much in the first place? Seems all a bit nonsensical, don't you think? You know, isn't it kind of crazy that out of the 10 billion different human beings on this planet, this is just one human being transmitting their thoughts and ideas to a completely different personal experience and life circumstances, and you're just able to, well, I'm just able to communicate my thoughts to you. There's so many people going through so much, even at this microsecond. You know, all those babies being born and people dying, but yet this one moment in which we're able to share a moment of human communication is quite fascinating. Also, unfortunately for you, you've been flummoxed, you've been bamboozled. This isn't an Ultrakill summary, this is a shitpost. Way. So yeah, this next part is just about killing an angel, you know, just killing the angel Gabriel, that's all. So like he dies, gets really salty, and then disappears.
Can this be bested by this thing?
Yeah, I wouldn't really agree with his tone here. He's making me feel like a machine.
May your woes be many and your days few.
So yeah, that was the Ultrakill video. Haha, I clickbaited you. It wasn't actually a full video on Ultrakill. Part 2 coming soon. Probably not. Goodbye. The reason why I'm cutting the video short is because I want to do other things on YouTube and do different style content, like more short form, and also I don't want to do this video. It takes up too much time, so but I couldn't just leave all my work, so I had to post something. So anyways, goodbye.